The North Yankton Heist. The story kicks off in a snowy, fictional town in Pennsylvania called Ludendorff, North Yankton, 9 years before the main events of GTA 5. Michael Townley, Trevor Phillips, and Brad Snyder execute a desperate bank robbery alongside a corrupt federal agent named Dave Norton, who staged Michael's fake death. Driven by Michael's desire to escape a dead-end life of petty crime and start fresh under witness protection, the crew blasts open the vault, only to be ambushed by local police as they attempt their getaway, setting the tragic and complex backstory for the entire game. While there is no selectable crew or payout for the player, since the heist ends in disaster with Michael faking his death, Brad killed, and Trevor fleeing into the wilderness, the narrative stakes are infinitely high, laying the emotional foundation for the $9 billion overall plot of the game. The prologue acts as an intense tutorial mission, introducing basic third-person shooter mechanics. Players start by taking hostages inside the bank vault before Michael plants and detonates the sticky bombs on the safe door. After grabbing the cash, the gameplay transitions into a tightly scripted shootout where players switch between Michael and Trevor, using cover mechanics, aiming down sights, and driving a getaway vehicle through snowy roadblocks while evading police pursuit. The Jewel Store Job. Set in the upscale Vangelico jewelry store in Rockford Hills, Los Santos. This is the first successful major heist in the game, orchestrated by Lester Crest to pay off a massive debt owed to mob boss Martin Madrazo. After Michael accidentally destroys Madrazzo's mistress's house, the crew is forced into action. Lester scouts the store, then Franklin and Michael acquire necessary equipment like bugging devices or gas grenades, culminating in a daring daylight smash and grab. The total potential take is around $4,941,600, yielding a player cut of roughly $294,930 to $1,178,715, depending on the crew's efficiency. Gunman: Packy McCreary, Chef, Norm Richards, or Daryl Johns. Norm takes 7%, Daryl takes 6%, while better gunmen prevent bag drops. Hacker: Ricky Lukens, 4%, or Taliana Martinez / Christian Feltz alternatives if unlocked. Ricky is a budget choice who gives less hacking time. Driver: Kareem Denz, 8%, Eddie Toe, 14%, or Taliana Martinez, 5%. Kareem crashes his bike on the smart approach, whereas Taliana offers a clean getaway. Players can choose between two distinct approaches, the smart approach or the loud approach. The smart approach involves releasing BZ gas into the store's ventilation system to knock out everyone inside, allowing the crew to calmly steal the jewels before fleeing on motorcycles through the Los Santos storm drains. The loud approach skips the gas, leading to a frantic shootout inside the store where the crew must grab jewels quickly while managing rising police attention before escaping on the same underground route. The Merryweather Heist. Conceived by Trevor Phillips, this heist targets a private cargo ship off the coast of Paleto Bay, carrying a mysterious, highly dangerous device belonging to the private military contractor Merryweather Security. Motivated by Trevor's greed and desire to break into big-league crime, the crew uses a submarine stolen from the port of Los Santos to infiltrate the vessel, locate the weapon underwater, and hoist it aboard the Cargo Bob helicopter. Despite the high-risk operation, the payout is $0. Lester immediately recognizes that the device is too hot on the black market and forces Trevor and Michael to return it to the government, making this the only heist in the game that yields no financial reward. The crew consists of standard support characters like Kareem Denz, Ricky Lukens, and Chef, whose cuts ultimately amount to nothing. This mission heavily emphasizes nautical and aerial gameplay. Players pilot a submersible vehicle, the Submersible, dropped from a dinghy to navigate the murky ocean floor, locate the sunken container, and attach recovery lines. Once the device is secured, the action shifts to the Cargo Bob helicopter, where the player must airlift the heavy container while fending off waves of Merryweather attack choppers in a tense dogfight over the ocean. The Paleto Score. Needing a massive financial cushion to satisfy the corrupt FIB agents, Steve Haynes and Dave Norton, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor target the Blaine County Savings Bank in the small, rural town of Paleto Bay. To pull this off, the crew must first steal a military-grade armored vehicle, a barracks truck, from the Fort Zancudo military base and secure a chicken processing plant as a staging ground, pitting them against local law enforcement and the National Guard. The total haul from the bank vault is $8,016,020, with the player walking away with roughly $500,000 to $650,000 per character after expenses. Gunman. Only one gunman is required. Players can hire cheap options like Norm Richards or skilled professionals like Packy McCreary or Chef. Hiring a skilled gunman ensures they do not drop cash when injured by heavy police fire. The Paleto Score is famous for its heavily armored combat loop. Armed with heavy equipment and miniguns, the trio walks out of the bank in military-grade juggernaut suits, tearing through dozens of police officers and SWAT teams in the middle of the street. After fighting their way to an alley, they hijack a bulldozer to smash through a roadblock and commandeer a freight train, using the train's armored flatbed to make a secure escape. The Bureau Raid. Forced to do the bidding of corrupt FIB handlers Steve Haynes and Dave Norton, Michael and Franklin infiltrate the headquarters of the FIB itself to steal incriminating data files. Driven by the need to secure their own freedom and wipe out government surveillance files, the crew sets up an elaborate corporate espionage operation disguised as a janitorial service or a roof-repelling insertion team. Unlike other major scores, this heist is driven by narrative survival rather than direct profit, yielding no traditional cash payout, though completing subsequent setups nets a steady progression toward the grand finale. Hacker. Ricky Lukens, Tallulah, or others to disable security systems. Gunman and driver. Depending on whether you choose the fire crew or roof entry approach, you will need a getaway driver, like Kareem Denz or Eddie Toh, and a specialist crew to manage explosives or hacking minigames. The Big Score. The grand finale of Grand Theft Auto V brings Michael, Franklin, Trevor, and Lester together for the ultimate heist, robbing the Union Depository, the single most secure gold and cash reserve in Los Santos. Motivated by the promise of complete financial freedom, retirement from crime, and escaping the clutches of both Merryweather and the corrupt FIB, the crew executes a meticulously planned heist that nets tons of pure gold bullion. This is the most lucrative operation in the entire game, with a total haul of $201,600,000. Depending on the chosen approach and crew members, each protagonist receives a massive payout of roughly $35 million to $41 million. Hacker. Ricky Lukens, 4%. Taliana Martinez Alternatives, or Master Hacker Christian Feltz, 7%, to maximize green light duration in the tunnel. Drivers. Eddie Toh, 14%. Taliana Martinez, 5%. Or Kareem Denz, 8%, depending on tunnel navigation skill. Gunman. Packy McCreary, 14%. Chef, 12%, or cheaper options. Skilled gunman ensures zero gold is lost during transit. Players choose between the subtle approach and the obvious approach. The subtle approach involves intercepting armored cars disguised as FIB vehicles, replacing the gold trucks mid-transit, and slipping away cleanly. The obvious approach is an explosive blockbuster, drilling directly into the Union Depository vault using stolen thermal drills, loading the gold into modified gauntlet muscle cars, and executing a daring highway getaway through a massive police blockade while switching between armored vehicles and a cargo bob helicopter to airlift the loot. You forget 1,000 videos every day, pal. Make sure this isn't one of them. Hit that like button and subscribe for more.